Yo, this is ToneyBoi, your host, and this is Outside Influence. All right, so today we got one of my good homies right here, my man Marc Mostro.
What's good? What's good?
It's good. How you feeling today, bro?
Man, happy to be here. It's nice to be out. First time seeing you guys in a long time, so happy to be here.
We're still quarantined here, so it's been a pretty interesting 3 months. So we're gonna do this interview and see have a little fun here.
Sounds good.
So first, we're gonna start it off. How did you start in music? Like, when did you start rapping, and like, what kind of made you want to do that?
I didn't start rapping until I was about like 17, 18, but I was like doing music since like second grade, just like all different kinds of stuff, singing, playing guitar and bass and saxophone and all that type of stuff. And it wasn't until the end of high school where like I really started to be more confident with what I was writing down. I was always writing rhymes and stuff, but never really confident enough to like call myself a rapper and go perform. But once I got, a little bit more confidence and, started meeting a lot of the local people and the other people like you guys, that's when it kind of really kickstarted.
Yeah, good old Nickel City Records
days. Yeah. 10 years ago sounds, or 8 years ago, whatever it was, sounds like a long time ago.
It's been a while. It's been a good while.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so name is Marc Mostro. Marc obviously is your first name.
Yep.
What does Mostro mean? Like, where did you come up with that?
So Mostro is just monster in Italian, and it was just kind of like a joke back in high school. Like I always used to like say I was a monster all the time. It was just like a joke playing sports or whatever. So then like when we first started, rhyming and stuff, as prime example, we wanted to have like superhero names, and you have like Clark Kent and Lois Lane and like all those different kinds of names with like the double letters and stuff. So Marc Mostro was just kind of like how it went. And when I first started rhyming, my style was a little bit more aggressive, and I was constantly just like rhyming like I wanted to battle everybody. So like being the monster was like my thing and stuff. But times changed.
I remember the Sunday Cyphers.
Yep.
And you in program just coming in like you had a chip on your shoulder, like you had something to prove.
Yeah, I think at that time, like we did. There was on being young and wanting to just make sure that everybody in the scene knows who you are and stuff. That's kind of how it goes. But after a while, you just realize you don't have anything to prove, and you just got to kind of keep working and
it's all organic
up
and
on
unique.
it. Yeah, exactly. There's really no reason to force it and try and like put down someone else's creativeness just because that's part of what you feel you need to do to,
I feel you.
Kind of go that way. So,
all right. So, what are some of your musical influences? Like who do you look up to?
My musical influences are all over the place in terms of just like the fact that I honestly don't even listen. Rap is like a very small portion of what I listen to on a day-to-day basis.
Right.
So like I'm very big into guitar playing and stuff. So I listen to a lot of blues. So like everything from Stevie Ray Vaughan, B.B. King, stuff that. 50% of my day is listening to some kind of blues guitar players and stuff. But I'm also really into jazz, like George Duke and
fire,
all that kind of stuff. But then obviously, when it comes to rap, love everything from Mobb Deep to
Rest in Peace Prodigy.
Yeah, Rest in Peace Prodigy. But also around to stuff like Brother Ali and Common is like probably one of my favorite rappers, and obviously love Griselda and stuff like that. So it's all over the place. You know what I mean? Not have just like a specific lane that I stick to. So
actually
it helps me keep creative.
Not too long ago that were saying how they despise Common, and I had to like give him a dirty look. Like wait, like I know he's a little bit older, but
Common has mastered every style of rap.
Yeah,
like Common can do the greatest love songs, which he has. He can battle, which he has. He could do everything.
He beat Drake. Don't forget that guy.
Yeah, man. And he can dance. I've seen him spin on his head in videos and stuff. So he gets busy. Yeah.
he said he has a SAG card. He's an actor.
Yeah. Come on, you can't hate Common. You can't hate Common. You got something wrong with you if you hate Common.
You're right.
Leave a mess. Trying to tell me that my name is whack. You can leave a mess. So every time I say a rap, dog, gotta leave a message.
And I don't even tell people that I rap no more. Cause all they do is call me Eminem and Macklemore. And I don't even get mad and call it whack no more. Cause they don't follow what the drive and the passion's for. I'm over here, we ain't in the same catalog. They cleaning up they beats, I'm trying to get mine to crackle more. And I ain't bragging about funds and making club hits. They mad cause all my drums sound like they real drum kits. It's Coolio, chillin' at the slime shack with Coolio. Party to the morning where the sun shine and two below.
So, what are some of your outside influences? Like, are you a reader? Are you a painter? Are you like, what do you like to be outside? I'm just, whatever.
Lately, I mean, it kind of sounds weird, but like, I really get a lot of vibe and just enjoy hanging out with my dog and doing stuff like that. And, me and my girl been going like hiking and stuff a lot. And it wasn't really something that I did a lot before. Yeah. So now like having a new thing to like be outside and kind of just like see places that I wouldn't have, when I used to be a super introvert and just be in the house working on music all the time. Now that I have somebody dragging me out and forcing me to get out of the house, it's nice to kind of do that stuff. And riding a bike, just bought a new bike not too long ago. Like all that kind of stuff, sometimes you got to step away from the guitar, the keyboard, the microphone and clear your mind. And I think, hiking and riding my bike and just kind of being outside with the dog and stuff is really as like, cool. Boring it can sound to somebody who may be like 21 or 22, man. You know what I mean? It's
this is what this is for, so people can understand what people do outside of the studio.
Yeah, just life.
That's all they see us do most of the time when you're on social media or whatever. So all we're doing is posting us working on music.
Right, yeah. People, and that's the thing is I think people forget that, when you're posting on social media, you're looking at social media, like everyone's trying to show you the highlights of their life, really. So you don't get to see like what else is happening when they're just hanging out at home with their girl or just like going and seeing their parents for the day or like
everyday life.
And honestly, I think
boring. Nobody wants to see you put gas in your car.
Right. Exactly.
Like that.
Exactly. Or, clean your kitchen and stuff like that, do yard work. But like, honestly, at this point in my life, like that's just kind of been like a nice clearing my mind type stuff,
For sure. So, what do you see yourself doing in the future? Like, is there anything you have in mind that you want to do down, like maybe ride motorcycles and you get old and retire or something like?
I've really been getting into like how certain electronics work and stuff like that in terms of like building guitar pedals and like how amplifiers work and speakers work and all that type of stuff. And it's like some super nerd stuff, you know, and obviously doing mixing and stuff, you know how it is where you want to know what the microphone is built out of and what kind of mesh did they use on it. And
chips, can I make this?
Right, exactly. Like, and you're just kind of like, you nerd out over something maybe so much that other people are just like, why does that matter? But kind of stuff like that. Like I really see myself, like I would love to maybe one day build a guitar just cool. To try and, completely build the wood from a hunk of wood into a nice guitar body and build a neck and, take the time doing all that. And I don't know. It's kind of got to the point where like music has become more of like building resources to be more creative and like making instruments out of things and using different styles of percussions. I want to start literally banging on pots and pans with wooden spoons and sampling it and stuff and just kind of.
I mean, that's how hip hop, got its go. We didn't have instruments, so we took the turntable.
Right.
So it's always innovative in hip hop. We're always taking different sounds and whatever. We're always stealing.
Right.
But
right.
We make some pretty good music, and I think the culture helps push it forward. Always bringing people together by not having.
For sure. Yeah. It's it's like one of those things where I think everybody knows the grind that each other have, and when obviously we hear how talented all of us are, we know how much it took to make what that became. We see the end result. We hear each other's albums, and we're just like, I know what it took for this person to make that, and like
all those hours
you become proud of people, and
stuff,
like it just kind of it keeps everybody moving. So I may not put out music once a week or anything like that, but I have friends that do, and it helps me keep going. So
for sure. All right. Well, the last question I have for you is, what advice would you have for any creatives coming up? The kid that loves Marc Mostro, the people that are buying your records. What advice would you have for them?
I think honestly, the biggest thing is like, you may think like what your goal is now and what your end goal is and what you absolutely want to do now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you may be 150% that that's what you want to do, but guess what? Like 5 years from now, you may be completely switched around. And like the biggest advice I would give somebody is don't put yourself in a box, because there's going to be enough people on the outside that are going to put you in a box themselves. Right. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you rap, you're immediately a rapper. People are going to judge you on just because immediately you say you're a rapper. They're not going to listen to a single song. Right. Just be open with yourself. Like, let yourself break boxes. If other people want to put you in a box, let them allow that. But don't do it to yourself. You know what I mean? Just be open, be free with it.
Word. So you hear that, guys? Do not put yourself in a box. Make sure you're always expanding your brain, expanding your brand to get out there. Make sure your music gets out there.
Sure.
So the last thing we need you to just plug the people with your social plugs. At Marc Mostro, Instagram, whatever. I forgot what it is.
Yep. Both Twitter and Instagram are at Marc Mostro. I deleted Facebook. It's too toxic, so I got rid of it. Yeah. But Facebook or Instagram and Twitter are both at Marc Mostro, MarcMostro. So hit me up. I don't post a crazy ton, but I'm always checking stuff out. So if you got something you want to work or whatever, just hit me up. Let me know.
Well, guys, make sure you check out Marc Mostro. Go to his page, check out his Bandcamp, buy the records, retweet it, whatever you got to do. This is Outside Influence. Peace.